Welcome everybody to Homebuyer Academy Live. What's going on? I'm one of your hosts, Maurice I. Jones. You know, we got my big bro in the building, Mr. Chad Murray himself. What's going on, bro?
Man, I want one of those kung fu beards where I could just go like that, like the Kill
I
Bill
can see
beard.
that coming, man.
Nah, I
Shave
can't.
that and just keep it.
Yeah.
Hey, that's coming with the wisdom, man.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, bro. First off, what's going on, everybody? Hey, if you're watching us tonight, if you're with us this evening, please like, comment, subscribe, share this with somebody. We got a very, very interesting topic, man. I mean, pretty interesting topic, but we're really happy that you're here. We're so grateful for everyone that comes through to check us out. But yeah, my brother, how are you today?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I feel like actually I'm about to set it up live. I know it's gonna be weird, but
What's
I just
that?
went live on Instagram. I put my phone facing the screen.
Interesting.
Yep. Figure it's
Well,
easy
let
to
us
do it
know
this
if
way.
that looks decent, people. Let us know if that
Yeah,
makes
let us
sense.
know if that looks decent. But I'm doing blessed, man. As we've been talking about the past few weeks about getting like clarity, and I was taking the time to not really do any New Year's resolutions, but just stay consistent on what we're doing. Now that I feel like that is opening up to like the plan, right, of what's to come, sitting in that space of like, let me just not think about doing anything and see what happens from that. And now it's starting. The plan is coming together, brother. Like it's now that I'm seeing it, the writing on the wall, man. It's yeah, man. I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
Beautiful,
How about
man.
yourself?
Man, awesome. Just ready to jump on in. But your hat is apropos.
Oh yeah, yo.
I don't
Someone
know
told
what
me
that
it was.
means, by the way. I just be saying some words and I've heard it apropos. I think it fits. Let me know if I'm right. Let me know if I'm wrong. But whatever. The hat is right on point for our topic today. Because what we're talking about this evening is how does home ownership help you to be a better dad?
Mm.
How does home ownership help you to be a better dad? So
You want to just jump right
before we
into
do
it, or
that, I'm
I'm about to
sorry.
say yeah. No, I was
Now I
gonna say
know
you
I
want to
can
jump
see.
right
I
to
see you
it.
ready to jump. You ready to
Yeah.
jump. But again,
You
before
know.
we do that, like what we like to do, y'all, is we really like to engage and go deep into these topics because with Homebuyer Academy, it's all about the end result of home ownership and how that
Hmm.
end result is really the starting point, and how that starting point could lead to so much more for you, your family, generations to come, people that you've never met that will always be appreciative of what you've done if you do it right. So, what we're talking about is how you can buy real estate, protect your real estate, and pass it down. That's going to be the theme of what we build on. And we like to go into the weeds, not just technical stuff about credit or savings. There's so
Hmm.
much of that online. What we're more
Yeah.
so focused on is getting to the heart of the matter, the things that really hold us back or push us forward to make home ownership be a thing that we really commit to. So, yeah, bro, why does being a homeowner make you a better dad?
Um. Well. For starters, it sets up the it sets up the mindset around showing my kids something they can call their own, right? Like I'm thinking about I think when I was 6 turning 7, that's when my parents bought their first home, and that's when we moved out, apartment where we were into the house that my parents still live in to this day. God cover them because they under feet of snow. But shout out to them, protect them, and the rest of everyone else is dealing with snow right now. But um, I saw that at a very young age, and so I knew it was possible from a very young age how they maintained the house, how like people will come to visit. Like my parents' house was like the neutral zone, like because we have family all the way up and down the East Coast. So like last year we celebrated, I think either last year or this year is the 20th celebration that we're doing our yeah, it was last year. 20th celebration of doing our family cookout at my parents' house. So every summer the family gets together and putting that in retrospect, that showed what's possible when you have something to call your own. Like they're saying, oh, we going to, Uncle Mark's house, Auntie Janet's house. Like that was the thing. Like their home. Like they called like their home. Like people's traveling on vacation. from going from Florida, New York, North Carolina to New York. That's the house that they stopped at. And so now, being in Florida, I'm cultivating that kind of mindset, that kind of environment for my family, and creating a space like when people come out of town to visit, they come to my house and visit. They come to my house and stay. And my kids are seeing that now, and what that does, it allows me to really show them how to set a goal and achieve that goal. Um, because even now, my kids are like excited about looking for homes. Like when they see a home, like they see a nice big house and they're like, Dad, can we get that? And I'm like, one day. Like I tell my kids, like anything's possible. So even now, like our goal as a family is to buy another home. And we'll unpack that a little bit more, like as we're showing you guys more of what we're doing with Homebuyer Academy. But that whole thing together is something that I would say that was passed down from my father to me, from my parents to me. Now I'm passing that on to my kids and showing them what's possible. So I believe just like that one component and many other components to the aspects of fatherhood, like what are you instilling in your kids? For I talk about generational wealth, and we talk about protecting and passing things down here in the Homebuyer Academy space, and we're creating that. We're like doing that, and I'll say that's one thing that's making me a better father. I know I ran on a long rant, but I had to put that whole story together to really answer that question.
Yeah, man.
How about you though?
Well, first off, I know you couldn't be in any kind of a rented house with a jungle gym in the crib.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, yo, and I just set
This
him up
man
with
has
the
a whole jungle
jump set.
gym in the kid for in the crib for the kids.
So that
It's
so that's the
dope though.
beauty of,
It's very
yeah. So
classy.
like that's one thing I love about owning my own home is I can put whatever I want in my home. I don't care what nobody say. I'm a dad that loves to play with his kids. So like half the room is like literally, you come to my house, you're gonna have fun. I have an indoor gym where I just put up a drum set. So the kids got the electric drum set going now. They can go to the gym. They can go to that jungle gym or play the video games. Like my house is fun, right? My house is fun. It
Oh,
don't
it
look
is,
like
no
this.
doubt. My kids love going over there.
Yeah.
Nah,
So
man,
yeah, man.
and that's real talk, brother, because we talk about generational wealth, but to be honest, to me, generational wealth is an afterthought to the fact that we're able to really impart legacy mindsets, the
Mm-hmm.
money and the prestige and the copper pipe in the mouth and the smoking jacket and looking all prestigious. All of that is cool when it comes, right? But
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, like you said, we're imparting just a different paradigm for our children compared to children who don't own homes, right? And one thing that I like to compare it to is, I remember I used to go to Great Adventures, right? The theme park.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
I
Six
remember when I
Flags.
went really, really young, and my cousin talked me on to one of the roller coasters. Like he was, and the whole time I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. What if this happens? What if that happens? But I can't. What happens here if I fall out or if I fall up? And it's like, what? And it's like I had and I remember very clearly. I had all of these fears circulating around my mind, my body, my spirit. It was crazy. And if it wasn't for my cousin, I don't know if I'd have been able to go because I always admire him so much. And I was one of those little cousins that just did everything the big cousin did. Like he was
Mm.
my idol. Still my OG to this day.
Shout out to
But
the OG cousins.
yeah, man. But I got on and it was the free fall. I don't know if you ever been on the free fall like Great Adventures, but it goes super
Mm.
high and it
And then
just drops. Boom.
yep.
And once you do it, you're like, let me do it again. I want to do it again. I want to do it
Yep.
again. But the whole story that I was telling myself prior to that release
Mm.
kept me back from doing something that I wanted to do again, and I wanted to do again, and I wanted to do again. And
Wow.
with home ownership, this is exactly the same kind of mentality and the mindset that's not going to just stop you, fam. And this is very important to understand. It don't just stop you. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to stop your youth. It's going to stop
Mm-hmm.
your children. It's going to stop their children because they're going to say, shoot, if pops was scared, who am I? Oof, who am
Ooh.
I to do something that my father couldn't do? You know what I mean?
Mm.
That takes me to
Yo,
something
that's
else.
just
Go there.
yo, that just hit me because I was talking with my mom today about some things, with the with business stuff. So yeah, that was like a confirmation thing. We're gonna
Yeah,
talk about the offline. That's an
right.
offline type of, but very true, man. Wow.
Yeah, so I think that if you just take the step in faith and don't
Mm,
let credit be the story that stops, because for people in our community, that's the number one thing. Everyone says, I'm not ready because my credit da, 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 da." But as long as you say that I'm not ready, your credit will never get ready.
mm,
It's the ultimate accountability. And the dope part about it is not just accountability to you. It's an accountability that you feel, but not it's not so much a pressure, but it's
mm,
like, just like your grown manness rises up for you to be brave enough to get strapped into that roller coaster. Your grown manness rises up to get strapped into this mortgage that you're
mm.
going to be able to figure out, you're going to be able to pay, and then eventually you will be able to build equity and wealth through that. But all it takes is for us to get past the mental stories that we're telling ourselves that stop us from taking that next step. So yeah, man, um, being a homeowner has changed my father game like radically.
Mm. Yeah, like you saying that made me think of and when we talk about this because we close,
Yeah,
so we watch each other's kids, we seeing each other's family grow and stuff like that. But a lot of people, they don't realize how much your kids watch you. So like we can talk to our kids and try to teach them all day long, but they pick up things. And I'm watching, like, my son does a lot of things that I do, and my family, everyone makes fun of me for it because it was like, that was you when you were a kid, that was you when you were young, and I have to laugh because sometimes I catch him doing something, and I'm like, I still do those things like today. Go, 36-year-old man still being childish like my son, like not taking anything seriously, but when it comes down to it, my kids are watching how I move. Regardless of what I say, I can tell by my actions about how I move. They're watching that. They'll watch me do something one time and pick it up. I could say something else 1,000 times and it won't click. But they'll pick up that thing that I do and how I move. And so in that fatherhood space that we're talking about tonight, like to that confidence thing, that resonates with me so much because now my kids, they see my daughter told me today, she was like, I hear the conversation you have like on the phone when you're doing your sales. And like, so she like repeated back what she heard, and I was like, oh snap, okay. So she's like that. So she hears us talking about buying property. They hear us talking about making these connections, doing these things. Like this weekend, she was like, does that mean we're going to Auntie's Uncle Chaz this weekend because they canceled my son's practice? So they're picking up the movements, and we got things happening this weekend that's gonna keep elevating what we're doing, but keeping in mind how that affects us as fathers is knowing, okay, how do we respond? And that resonated with me so much, bro. Like, I'm glad you said that because I'm like thinking that like how I try not to speak lack. Like, they don't know the money situation, but I plant seeds like we're never lacking. We always have, and there's always possibility to do. And that's what I'm trying to show, and that's how I move. And I think that's important too.
and the wild thing is, like you say, you always talk abundance and not lack. Speaking
Mm.
abundance, they say fake it until you make it. But the wild thing about it is that when you more than just say it, but you say it with your spirit, you say it with the whole certainty of your body.
Mm-hmm.
It's a process that I really invite you all to do. Speak life over yourself in a way that isn't just words. Because if the words are saying one thing, but the spirit is saying another thing, the spirit in the subconscious mind is ultimately going to win. But if you
Mm-hmm.
say the words and you buy into those words with certainty, because we don't need evidence to believe it. I mean, when you
Mm-hmm.
talk to, like, when you look at the fact that a lot of us watch TV at some point or another, we watch this stuff and we certainly know it's false, but we certainly get involved. Like, I'm a soccer fan. I love Chelsea, and Chelsea don't got nothing to do with me, fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch my soccer team and I'm fully invested, but it has nothing to do with me. But I've made my whole body and soul get committed to this game and to this moment. And I be acting like I'm kicking. I was chilling with my wife, man, on my birthday. I had the most fantastic birthday doing nothing. And I'm
That's
sitting back, right? And I got my legs up on my wife. She's like, yo, you're kicking the ball. You're like in the game. Like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So if we can get so invested in just watching TV and watching things that aren't real, why can't we get invested in the dream and the vision that we're creating for our own lives?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be fake forever. It
Right.
might not be your reality right now, but if your body believes it and your spirit believes it and your subconscious believes it, it's only a matter of time before the world is going to believe it because it'll be right there in front of their eyes too.
Yeah, I gotta double down on that, man, because
Me
I'm
too.
calling back to like the meetings that we've been having, like
The
on the back
beatings
end. Yeah, like with Homeby Academy,
or
everything is like
meetings. I was about to say, man, you
meeting.
taking me back to my preteen days when my mom used to have to have to put the belts in. I'm like, why are you talking about
Oh,
beatings,
not
bro?
beatings, not beatings. No me, no me. No, but I'm saying though, like how like our whole team is like on one accord with what we want to do and what we're changing in it. But it's like we're saying we want these things to happen. So now we're starting to feel the stuff that we don't want to do, right? And we're starting to
Right.
receive the stuff we've been sharing with each other this past week. It's like boom, 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 perfect alignment with what we say we want to do, right?
It's
And
crazy
it's
how it
like,
works, right, bro?
yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy how these things just emerge as you put it out there and as you get committed to it and connected to it. But in terms of fatherhood, right? For me,
Right.
so I've been a baby daddy, man, and I have to say that that's probably been one of the most challenging things in my life because I've always been a complete and total father. So I've
Mm-hmm.
always been committed to my children even when they weren't around me all the time. Now, the way that God works is I'm blessed to have all of my children under the same roof almost all the time. Now, well, not now because one of them is in college, but she was
Mm-hmm.
under the roof after me not knowing how it would ever work out. But being able to have a home is like just a foundation. It's just like a place where everybody knows you'll be all right. So when my daughter
Mm-hmm.
goes away to college, every now and again, she just says, "Daddy, I want to come home." And she don't need to give me no reason. She don't need to go into it if she don't want to. She just gets to come home,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's
you know? And
yeah.
just to be able to provide that for her, I'm so grateful.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if I rented a place or what have you, yeah, you could come home, but it's a different spirit. It's a different energy when it's, yeah, come home. Like we're not looking for another lease in a year or two. We're not thinking about signing again. There's no question of if we're gonna be leaving soon. We leave when we're ready to upgrade or ready to downgrade. We leave when we want. But
Mm-hmm.
here we get to just continue to make it home every day. In the
And I
food that
like
we cook. Yeah, sorry. In the food
no.
that we cook. So my wife and I, man, we've been starting to get a lot more. We're trying to get more in this healthy tip, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the food that we eat, we build a culture of how we eat. The beliefs that we have, we get to build a culture around what we believe. The work that we do, we're talking about to our children about what they're going to be based on what we're
Mm-hmm.
projecting onto them. So we're building a
Yeah.
family of lawyers and real estate professionals and real estate investors. And if one of our children wants to take it and go further, by all means, but we have nepotism at play. We trying to nepotize the out of this. Is nepotize a word? You get what I'm saying,
Yeah,
don't you?
nepotize. Yeah, we can hope it. We can hone in on that word. Yeah, we can
Who's gonna
nepotize.
tell me I can't say nepotize? Because my kids can't.
Mm-hmm.
This is my crib. I make the rules and I make the words.
Yo.
Yeah,
Yo, I
what
just
you got
everything's
going
just
on over there, bro?
no, because everything is like as we're talking about this, I'm seeing everything that's falling in line and falling in place now. Like building like what we're building. Like we're gaining the know-how to like for example from Micah on down, Micah, Josh, Kiki, Kalia, even Calvin down, Noah, like and all the cousins afar, right? Like we're positioning ourselves to give them something. Like if they don't want to go to college, they can work the family business because we actually have, position them in these vehicles where they can make money, build the family business, and we all doing it together. And the other thing I was gonna say too was like we all got like homes, right? They Ken don't my oldest, she don't gotta come all the way here. Y'all right there. She can go to y'all house. She can go to grandparents' house. She want to get away from Florida. She go to Virginia. Like we got family that's like all in the same vein. And I was all that was just like clicking for me. Like all the stuff we're building community around cultivating an environment of building like this is what generational wealth looks like. Like our generation is building together for the next generation, and it's becoming both present and um future.
Future.
Yeah.
It's dope. So I really want to reach out to my brothers, man, because in my real estate business, I'd say that a full 80% of my clientele are women. And I give my sisters amazing kudos for how they show up in the world and how they get things done. What I want to say to my brothers out there is you're not just a paycheck. Your value isn't tied to your paycheck. You're so much more. You're a visionary, you're a
Mm-hmm.
leader, you're a foundation piece, you're a cornerstone, you are love, you are loved. And if you
Yeah.
haven't told a man in your life that you love him, please tell him. Please
Love
let
you,
him know
bro.
you appreciate him. Love you, my bro. Please let them know that you're grateful for who they are and not just what they do or what they give. But with that being said, brothers, the greatest joy and the greatest wealth are your children. No matter how many hours you work in the job or your business, it's cool and all, but chances are when you're done with it, that's going to be done right there. But your children, it is the gift that gives every day. If you allow yourself to be present there and you put the emphasis on the family and you put the emphasis on what's right for them, you're organically going to find what's right for you because you
Mm-hmm.
have a message in your heart. You have a message in your entire being that for many of us, we never get to be the minister in our own homes because
Mm.
we haven't built a home. And I could
Ooh,
tell you from
come on.
experience because I haven't always been a married man, a family man, because I had to, whether it was weekends or summers or just being a present father when I could, because again, it wasn't in my grasp. Once I was able to get my family together, my prosperity has skyrocketed. And it's not just financial, but it's complete and total. I feel at peace. I feel like I have so much love to give and I don't have to worry about protecting myself as much because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you brothers have been in an experience where you feel as if your identity is attached to child support or your identity is attached to how people are going to talk about your name if you have children and they might call you all kind of a deadbeat this or whatever it is. Stay focused on who you are because you're valuable, bro. We are some of the strongest, most resilient, most God hissed people on the planet. Brothers, love yourself and know that you're worth so much. Go towards this goal of home ownership because if everything in the world is uncertain and you don't know if you're going to come in, if you have your home, it gives you a foundation to be able to build the life and the family that, man, I tell you, is the greatest wealth.
Mm-hmm. I'll say even that, like me, me, I gotta go, bring the word into it. It's part of God's plan for man, man. I was reminded a year ago, this week, I did a teaching on the blessings of Abraham. And in order for his generations to be blessed, he had to go to acquire the land and the whole thing. And God said, okay, go here, basically set up shop, set up your family, and this would be the land of blessed. Like so much so, I just read like the other day down. He wanted to have his wife when his wife passed. He bought like the best part of the land, paid for it so his wife could be buried there, so she can be connected to the generations. And so there's so much value in home ownership and just ownership of like what you teach, what you pass down. But truly, I truly believe that God has called us to ownership, to have dominion. Like that aligns with having dominion in this land. You can't rent dominion. You gotta
Mm.
own dominion, and you own it by saying like this property that I'm recording that this house is sitting on is under my name. My brother Chad right there, that property he's sitting in his house that he owns on the land that he owns under his name. So he can do what he wants on that land. We can devote this land on, to God and pass it down from generation to generation, whatever that case may be. So like, I'm with you, bro. Like we have to, as men, really acquire the things that God has called us to acquire, and not, and it's more, our value is greater than the monetary things we can assess, but it's still part of it. But we
Right.
have to find value in yourself, value in the legacy that you're leaving behind, value in what you're showing, how you're showing up, how you're giving out. All those things are valuable, and don't take your just because people around you may not appreciate you. There are people out there that need you who you are and appreciate you for who you are.
Straight up. Straight up. So what I would want to leave on is for you brothers again, go get a job, fam. See, yo, really. So let me explain what I mean by that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And I feel you because a lot of us have a spirit where we have to get it, we have to do it ourselves. But you need 2 years of consistent income history to qualify you for a house. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of the times, your hustle or your business won't have the income on paper to qualify you. So you're going to need to hitch yourself to somebody else. Go get a job that pays you what's going to allow you to buy a house, even if it's just for 3 to 5 years, even if it's just for 2 years, so that you could buy your house and then continue to build your business. Or get a job to start getting benefits, to start getting insurance so that you could build your business on the side and you could put money from your job into your business rather than saying, I'm gonna go ahead and make it all on my own. And there's a rebellious spirit in us, bros. And I'm speaking to a lot of us, I'm speaking to myself. I'm just, I've been at it for a while, so I kind of have you know what I mean? My joint flowed out a little bit. But there's nothing wrong with getting a job that serves your goal. Get
Mm-hmm.
a job to serve your goal so that you can be more of who you are. Because I'm going to tell you something. Dinner time come, I get to do seminars at my house that are paid for by the food, and the kids can't tell me nothing. They got to sit there and take it. They got to sit there and listen to me speak my speech. Hear ye, hear ye. I'm gonna drop whatever I feel. They can't go nowhere. I got a captive audience because it's my house, and you got to stay here and listen. So I abuse my power in that regard.
I
They
hear. I
be
heard
rolling
about
their
those.
eyes though. but seriously, it's a blessing because I get to share things that I'm expecting years from now to say, oh, you
Mm-hmm.
know what, Daddy? I didn't understand what you meant when you said it, but I get it now.
Mm.
But I could do that
Uh,
because I have my dinner table, my culture, my community at my house that will
mm-hmm.
one day be theirs.
That's good.
So yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. That's a good place to end it on for sure. So, um, with that being said, y'all, thank y'all for joining with us. I'm gonna double down on that. Get a job and do what you need to do to put yourself in a position where you can achieve the things that you want to do. Because if you're looking to have kids, looking to be married, whatever the case may be, looking to build generational wealth, you got to start somewhere, but you got to start smart too. And so, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Nothing else to
Well
be
said,
said.
my brother.
Yep.
So you guys have
So
a blessed evening. Hug your kids, kiss your wife. If you don't have one, go get one. You know what I'm saying? If you know one, if you know somebody that's a wife that don't have a husband yet, but I digress. I digress. But yo, mad love, peace and
yeah.
blessings to all of you.
All right.
Thanks.
Catch you guys. Catch you guys next week on Homebuyer Academy Live.